Mom, what are you making to eat?
Your favorite spiders and eyeball soup.
I think I'm going to be having something else today, Mom.
Now you're a growing boy. You're gonna eat yourself.
I'm 49 years old. I'm not growing anymore. I'm dying, okay?
Eat when I cook.
What does Woody Allen's girlfriend and a bottle of wine have in common?
What?
They're both 12 years old and locked in a basement. Hey!
None of those anti-Jew, racist, anti-Semitic jokes in my house.
But Mom, look, a joke about Woody Allen isn't racist and it's not anti-Semitic. You're talking about one person. That doesn't even make any sense. Oh!
Don't talk back to your momster.
I'll go back to your cooking. I want to eat my cereal. Old windbag. I got my food right here. What's this? What's this? Near dark. Hey, Mom, look what I got. I got near dark. Hey, I got near dark. Yeah, baby. I got near dark. Yeah.
All right, we're back. Loaded and ready for action. Today we're going to talk about this film, Near Dark. Near Dark is a 1987 vampire horror movie about a young cowboy who meets a beautiful, sexy girl named May, played by Jenny Wright, at a bar. And after a little flirting and fooling around, it is revealed May is a vampire after she bites the young cowboy's tumbleweed. Ooh. Naturally, their relationship gets complicated. The cowboy must now cull his craving for human blood and is forced to leave his family farm and ride with May and her ruthless, sadistic gang of bloodthirsty vampires. Along the way, Caleb must decide between satisfying his boner for May and the love for his family.
Oh man, what a tough decision.
I don't know where I would fall on that one personally, yeah. That's
I guess
tough.
I would probably be a vampire for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this film, you really need to see May. And you'll understand.
Yes.
The movie was directed by Kathryn Bigelow. She also directed the 1991 film Point Break with Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, and the great Gary Busey. And she also directed the 1995 film Strange Days and K-19 Widowmaker with Han Solo. Near Dark stars Adrian Pasdar as Caleb Colton. He's the young cowboy protagonist in the film. Jenny Wright, who plays May, that hot vampire girl. Lance Henriksen. Come on, you guys know who Lance Henriksen is. And the late, great Bill Paxton. And it has an excellent score by the band Tangerine Dream.
Yes, very, very, very cool. Tangerine Dream has done a lot of great work over the years, done a lot of great soundtracks, and it's always good to hear from them.
They recorded that album Rain and Blood, didn't they?
They did. I believe they did. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they also had a small success with the Blade Runner movie, but we're not talking about that right now.
Okay.
All right. Future husband James Cameron suggested to Bigelow that she use the ready-made ensemble cast from his recent hit Aliens in 1986, and thus Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, and Jenette Goldstein all appear in this movie.
Gosh, boy, did she get lucky, huh? She landed James Cameron.
Hey, this is one of those fun cult classics that you go back and you realize there's all these great stars in it. There's the things that were going on around it at this time, even though a lot of people haven't heard about it. It's got a lot of stuff going on with it.
I wonder if her husband ever did anything big. Even though Near Dark is overshadowed by the 1987 film The Lost Boys, I think it might be the best vampire film of the 80s.
They both came out the same year, but everybody talks about The Lost Boys.
Yeah, well, I would agree that this is a good, different take on the vampire theme. Because everybody knows the main vampire, everybody knows the main vampire story. So I think any vampire story that does it for me is going to do a great variation on the theme, stay true to a couple things, and take it to a different place. And I wasn't a fan of Twilight, but I can see how doing some different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got them a lot of fans.
I wasn't into those turd-like movies myself.
No.
And I've never been like a big fan of like vampire films. To me, that was always like chick horror. Like dudes biting girls on necks, and they open the window. Oh, come inside! No. Oh, I want a werewolf film, a slasher film.
A lot of times, just getting up and going into everyday life, I had too many vampires around me. So it was like to fucking watch a movie about them was demeaning.
South Florida, all over the place.
Oh, Christ!
This movie has some great action sequences, and these are some like the great things. A pretty mysterious vampire chick, and a young, funny Bill Paxton who steals every scene he's in. Playing a scary, sadistic, outlaw vampire.
The scene where they terrorize a bunch of patrons in a diner is unbelievable. It's really good. It's like the From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
That was a classic scene where they, they seem like the meek ones kind of coming in the door, like they're the vagabond losers, but then they wind up kind of becoming unruly and kind of turn the whole place upside down. So all the kind of redneck badasses who thought they were going to put these guys in their faces wind up getting their asses handed to them. And, just like I say, a really fun horror movie type thing where everything gets stood on its head. And,
absolutely.
These guys clean up the bar, and that's a good time.
This was always my favorite vampire film until I saw From Dusk Till Dawn. And that became number one. And I remember seeing that in the theater probably 3 or 4 times.
I saw that in the theater as well.
Yeah, it was playing at a dollar theater behind me, and I'm like, man, I probably would have gone every day if I could have found somebody to go with me.
Right.
Okay. What are the negatives about this film? Oh, I can't think of any negatives. This film's... Okay, one more time. What are the negatives about this film? I can't think of any. This is a great film.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's, what was this made, 87?
1987.
Yeah, so, I mean, the feel of it is perfect.
A lot of atmosphere, right?
The atmosphere is perfect for it. Doing something different with the vampire mythos. I thought that was a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, for me, just like you're saying, that the 1987 feel of a horror movie really nails it, brings it home, makes it, gives it a great nostalgic feel, and it's a lot of fun. It's interesting. We were saying too, the guy in the beginning, he acts like he's Bobby Badass going to pick this girl up, and he's really going to serve her dinner, and then all of a sudden he becomes such a fucking pussy.
Oh, absolutely.
When everything starts going down because he's, I don't know, man. I guess if you thought you were Bobby Badass and then you weren't with a bunch of vampires.
She has to, carry him along. She has to help him out and support him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Are you kidding me? Where's the blood and guts? Why didn't they show May's big old Texas titties? And at least throw in a Gillies mechanical bull riding scene with her sucking on some... Even Paul would have pulled off her shirt, talking we would have seen those Texas titties, but no, not Caleb. And are we monsters really supposed to believe Lance Henriksen and Bill Paxton's aliens wouldn't have popped out of their pants and attacked that hottie? Give me a break. Like Sleepy Joe used to say to Corn Pops. Come on, man! What a waste of a good opportunity. May I see your tits? No! Kathryn says no. My lady? Hey, Kathryn, why don't you come take a ride on the Titanic tonight, okay? I still love you. Bye-bye.
Monsters have some good valid points there. I didn't really think about that. And they're usually pretty objective and, sharp on these things, right?
They've got some great points. I think this girl could have been sucking way more dicks.
And look, May had some great points, and we would have liked to have seen them.
I would have liked to see them. I mean, heard them. I mean, yeah.
Done something with them.
Which brings up that little, what was that guy's name? Joshua, Janu, I don't know, something. The guy who played Homer.
The kid vampire in the film, right?
Yeah, he's one of those cases in the 80s. It's hard to tell if he was like a 40-year-old playing a 12-year-old, like Webster, fucking...
Could have been like him or like Ralph Macchio or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was, I think he was also in The River's Edge. And you had the same problem. You don't know if he's like 40 years old playing a 12-year-old or if he's a real honest-to-goodness actor. He's so bad. He's that bad.
And the weird thing about the film, I mean, in the film, he's a vampire, so he could be like, 100, 500 years old. Right. And there's that strange scene where, he's still chasing like little girls.
He wants to watch TV with a fucking 10-year-old girl or something.
Yeah, he's trying to, he's this old dude trapped in a little boy's, but he wants to, pork little girls. It's like
that's revolting.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just as bad as like watching, Sleepy Joe sniff those kids' ears. Come on.
That's fruitcake business.
Like they said.
That guy is Jason Patrick's brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Half brother. Yeah.
Wow.
He's like the Danny DeVito to his Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, overall, what did you think of this film?
I thought it was good. Like I say, a good new variation on an old theme. And I think they got a lot of things right. They did a lot of things different. Unfortunately, like sometimes with a lot of horror movies, they take some things for granted, and like how the dad knew to do a blood transfusion to save everybody, and then the kid just knew how to do a blood transfusion in the fucking barn.
Well, he milks the cows and stuff. So.
I guess if you milk a handful of cows, you do some animal husbandry, you know how to cure somebody of being a vampire. But in the barn...
Yeah. I mean, look.
The dad did it for his son. The son did it for his girlfriend that he wanted to pork for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I was going to say, it all worked out. Worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, I like the film. And atmosphere, great acting, and, Bill Paxton steals the show. He's great. He steals every scene he's in. On my 1 to 5 scale, I would give this one a solid 4. Yeah! Absolutely.
Yeah, I would come in, I would say, I'm going to give it in between a 3.5 and a 4.
That sounds good. Yeah. Not as good as From Dusk Till Dawn, but it's up there. It's I think, light years ahead of Lost Boys.
I think the diner scene was one of those things that Tarantino probably looked at and took his influence.
You're right.
Yeah, just the whole... Even though the tables are turned from one film to the other, the whole turning the situation upside down like that and just running the whole thing sideways was a great thing,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for watching, and, don't forget to click like and subscribe. If you don't do those things, it makes the monster picker very upset, and I don't know, he might pull out like his crystal balls and, find out where you live and...
Give you a good porking, too.
Yeah, so, that's it. So go check it out, Near Dark.
Here's the